The U.S. Army has ordered a temporary stand-down of Apache helicopter training flights after a deadly crash in Texas. 2 Army aviators were killed when their AH-64 Apache went down near Fort Hood. And until investigators understand why it happened, Apache training flights are being stopped. The service says the pause will remain in place until it has a better understanding of the accident's root cause. For now, the Army has released no conclusion about what caused the helicopter to go down, and that distinction matters. A stand-down is a precautionary safety measure, not evidence that investigators have identified a problem with the Apache itself. But the decision comes against a troubling history of Army aviation accidents. In April 2023, 2 AH-64 Apaches collided near Healy, Alaska, while returning from a training flight. 3 soldiers were killed and another was injured. Then came 2024. An Apache crashed during training in Utah in February. Less than 2 weeks later, another AH-64D went down during a training flight in Mississippi, killing both pilots. Those accidents helped trigger an Army National Guard aviation safety stand-down covering its helicopter units, and the problem extended beyond the Apache. In April 2024, Army officials said the service had recorded 12 Class A aviation mishaps during the fiscal year and 9 fatalities. There is another important precedent, the V-22 Osprey. In November 2023, an Air Force CV-22 crashed off Japan, killing all 8 airmen aboard. Days later, the U.S. military grounded its V-22 fleets. Investigators initially identified indications of a potential material failure, although the underlying cause had not yet been determined when the stand-down was ordered. The grounding affected Air Force, Marine Corps, and Navy Ospreys. The aircraft weren't cleared to begin returning to flight until March 2024, after additional safety measures were developed. The Apache situation is different. The Army has specifically announced a stand-down of AH-64 training flight operations while investigators search for the cause of the Fort Hood crash. But even a temporary training pause matters. The Apache is the Army's premier attack helicopter, built to destroy armor, support troops on the ground, and operate alongside drones and other aircraft in increasingly complex battle spaces. Everyday training is suspended can affect pilot proficiency, unit preparation, and ultimately readiness. But continuing normal training without understanding whether a broader safety problem exists could carry an even greater risk. So the critical question isn't simply when the Apache will return to normal training. It's what investigators find. Was the Fort Hood crash an isolated accident? Or will investigators uncover a problem that could affect more of America's Apache fleet? Until the Army understands the root cause, training flights remain on hold. And what investigators discover next could determine how quickly one of America's most important combat helicopters gets fully back into the air. This is Strike Vector, and we'll be watching. Subscribe to Strike Vector for more military aviation analysis, defense documentaries, and the future of air warfare.